Friday, November 3rd. Let's talk about this supposed tax reform thrown out here by the Republicans. I mean, what a joke if you're looking at it. You can even hear this on CNBC from all these other people who are talking about it. There is virtually no benefit to people. There are virtually no benefit to people, period. All the benefits, or not all, most of the benefits go to the upper income or to the corporations. And they say, let's give all the money to the corporations and it'll be a trickle down theory and it'll come down to work and everybody will make a lot more money. Wasn't it President Trump who said employees will get like $4,000 if all these things are enacted? What are you talking about? If I think it was President Trump. If it wasn't, I apologize, but it was one of these politicians. And I want to say, really, are you going to pay all your employees an additional $4,000 if all these tax cuts go through? Really, what is there for people, middle class, regular people? By the end, I heard this morning, they say by the end of 10 years, people who make $60,000, $65,000 are losing money or paying more taxes. Look, everybody wants to talk about Ronald Reagan, and how the tax cuts worked there. But nobody wants to talk about what the economy was like. And these guys either weren't born then, guys, gender neutral, either weren't born then or just kind of, or just don't believe in history. Look, when Ronald Reagan came in as president, we had a horrible economy. 1980, Jimmy Carter was a horrible president. A nice guy, but a horrible president. And then as time went on, we went into 1982, we were in a massive recession with interest rates 14, what was it, 14, 15? What was the prime? I don't remember. It was like 18. I think to get a mortgage, it was like 14%, and adjustable was like 13. You could go into the store and you saw a price on something be like $1, and then that next week you'd see a new price put on it, which would be like $1.10, and then the week later $1.20. People used to go in and pull those stamps off of there. That's the kind of economy we had going in. High inflation, high interest rates, and a horrible economy. He came in, everybody had to reduce taxes. Sure, we had to reduce taxes. Nobody could make it. Was crazy out there. But at the same time, Paul Volcker put the brakes on and forced up the interest rates and kept them up there until inflation was broken. We don't have that issue today. You can't compare today with it. Today, we have a really good economy. The economy is rocking. We went through what I considered a depression, not this great recession they called it. It was a depression. Even Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac went bankrupt. Two GSEs, government-sponsored entities. They were never supposed to be able to go bankrupt. They were backed by the government. I mean, we had a collapse of collapses. We didn't deal with it. Government was more focused on Obamacare than on the economy, but we got lucky. We had a Fed chair. Ben Bernanke was a little bit late to the play, but he came in and just took control, flooded the markets with money, and we have been going through, and Janet Yellen has done a great job since then, and he was great, Bernanke, and he stabilized everything. That's what he had to do. Have we been normalizing? Who knows? Has it been coming in time? We're starting to now, but it's coming time? Who knows? All I know is it's stabilized everything. And we're sitting there for the longest time along the bottom, like you always do, building a base. As the economy tried to recover, there was incredible regulation put on. That's when the tax breaks should have come. That's when the businesses should have gotten tax breaks. But we had incredible regulation, just the taxes were outrageous, and the government and things couldn't turn. So it had to work on its own. And the Fed kept flooding money in and flooding money in and flooding money in. They did a great job. All these people complaining, I don't understand, but they did a great job. And so it moved through, and now we're finally taking off. Interest rates stayed down. They're starting to go up a bit. And you looked at the numbers, the profits these companies have been making. We are in takeoff phase. We don't have a problem with jobs. You got all the jobs you need. The problem is that they're not raising wages. Wages are staying down. The only reason wages have gone up at some of these companies because the states required it, like the McDonald's type, fast food type places where those people are getting killed on numbers. So where are the wages? So there's no real benefits rolling down. Now the Republicans are saying, yeah, now the way to do it is let's do the trickle down. You can't. It's a totally different economy, and nobody's talking about that. It ain't even close if you look at that. It's not even close. So I have no problem with repatriation. Let's bring that money back from overseas. Give the companies a break with it. We could use that money over here. They could use that money. I think that's great. Bring it over. You want to reduce their tax rate a bit? Okay, but not that much. But after that, the money should go and find a way to flow to people who need it. Middle class people. We could be doing infrastructure. Cash be going into infrastructure. And at the same time, Congress can work on that which is killing the budget, which is Social Security and the other entitlements. It won't be that hard. We've had so many commissions. We've had so many things decided on it. We could save so much money with this, and then be able to use that savings for the infrastructure and other things. That's how you approach it. I know that's one big, broad way to look at it, but that's how you approach it. But Congress can't. They'll throw in child care benefits. They'll raise them. Well, that's great for people who have children, but how about people who don't have children? We're larding this with the same old jive. Yeah, you're hearing, you're going to be able to file your taxes on one piece of paper with the stamp. Right. Believe that. That's the story they've been talking about for 100 years, kind of like the repeal of Obamacare. This is set up to say, let's trust in the corporations. In the corporations we trust, and they're going to save us. There's nothing to save. The economy's humming. There's plenty of things going on, except the people need higher wages, and there's going to be a way to be able to get money to those people, and then we need infrastructure, and we need to fix the entitlements. If we did that, that would be tax reform. This is just no different than before. Just more money for those who don't need it. Tax reform. Peace. Please follow us. Comment. I love all the comments. Subscribe, share us, whatever it takes. I don't know how it works. I'm just saying, please keep coming. We've been getting a lot of views, a lot of comments, a lot of stuff. I love it. This is great. See you later.